Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome to ITHive.org's Saturday morning tech show, episode 75. Sorry, I got using a new cell phone today, and a little bit of a delayed start, and the description, I don't know, for some reason, Facebook decided to crash on me beforehand, and yeah. So anyway, today, it's not in the description now, but I'll add it in later. This is episode 75, March 9th, and what I wanted to talk about today was cars, smartphones, and what was the other thing? See, that's why I had it all written down ahead of time. Yeah, anyway, the last part will get to me. Drawbacks of doing a live show. Got to think on your feet in the morning. So anyway, so this show, just to say for those first time watching, if you're watching this live, please ask questions. That's the whole point. If you have a need or concern or anything like that, ask it here, right? If you're watching the recorded version, same thing. Ask, and I'll see what I can do to, well, definitely respond, to anybody posting on these videos after the fact, right, with answers. So, okay, so cars, smartphones, and, just can't think of the last thing. Anyway, maybe it'll come to me. So, the reason I want to talk about cars, and I bring up cars quite a bit on several occasions. Just listen in the background. Spring is coming. The birds are out. Anyway, the reason I use cars is that everybody understands cars. We've had cars around since the 1920s or, whenever, around there. And cars have always needed servicing, mechanics, stuff like that. All right? Well, computers have been around since, the 80s and 90s, more prevalent for us human beings, I'd say the 90s. So it was really, really new, right? But computers, as with cars, need to be looked after, okay? And anyone telling you different is, well, I don't know. They need to do some research, because if you don't look after your technology, it's going to hurt you, all right? Especially if you're running a business, it's even more important, right? Oh, that was the third thing, getting rid of worry, right? Oh, see, I told you it would come to me. So, cars, cell phones, getting rid of worry, all right? So cars need maintenance, right? And they need to be looked after, okay? And I got to ask just people out there, for your car, right? Do you wait till your car doesn't work anymore before taking it to the mechanic? I'm sure some would answer yes to that, but that's a very expensive and foolhardy way to go about things, right? Because A, you're not going to be able to use your car, and B, you've probably damaged it to a point where the repairs are going to be expensive, right? A good example here, your oil, right? Let's say you don't change your oil. Let's say your oil light comes on saying you're low on oil, and you ignore all these things, right? Then one day your car doesn't work. And I think I've used this analogy before on this show, but it makes a good point, right? Well, you take your car to the mechanic, you ran your oil dry, the engine seized up, you need a new engine, very expensive, right? Well, your computer is the same way, okay? Sure, computer costs less than a car, right? But for some of us, we use our technology in business, and even in your personal lives, there's things on your computers that you depend on that a lot of us don't really think about until they're gone, right? Or until something happens. And then it's a big crisis. Well, I'm always encouraging my customers, the best thing to do is look at your box, your phone, whatever it is, and say, boom, it's gone. What has it done to me? And really answer that question honestly, because then you know how you're impacted, right? And that's really, really important. So, and that, of course, is what we do at ITHive.org, right? We have a relationship with our clients where we're looking after things in real time and helping them and taking the worry out of things. So basically, I'm not a mechanic myself. I drive my car around, and I don't know how to change the oil or anything like that. Anything goes wrong, any slightest issue or whatever, I take it in to get looked at. I don't wait. I don't delay. I look after it, right? The car is an important part of my life. And I do the exact same thing with my technology, right? Of course, what we use at ITHive.org is the same process, the same setup that we use for our clients. So we and we follow the same process, right? Because it's just keeping things healthy, fixing things when they're small. That's what it's all about, right? It's just a better way to go, right? So now how does this relate to cell phones and stuff? Well, there's a couple of things we're going to talk about cell phones. First off, so some exciting things about technology. With my car, so I recently got a hold of a Kia Optima 2013, so newer than what we had, and I have this little device called from a company called Fixit. I think it's Fixit anyway, and it fits into your diagnostic port in your computer. Well, because it's a newer car, it's a hybrid and stuff like that, I wanted to try it out and figure it out. Well, a couple of things. My new cell phone can have two Bluetooth connections at the same time, which is fantastic. So I can Bluetooth my phone into the car, so I can use hands-free, listen to music, all that stuff. But now I can also talk to my Fixit device, which will tell me what the car is doing while I'm actually driving. So I can monitor a whole bunch of aspects of my vehicle and know how it's performing. It's a hybrid, so it's got batteries, the health of the batteries, how much life is left in them. Any kind of problem I can see while I'm driving, right? And again, I'm not a mechanic, but I have information, right? Information is power. I know how that car is behaving, what's wrong and what's not. And if I see something that's not quite correct or an issue, I can take it to the mechanic and get it fixed before it becomes a big, expensive problem. Sound familiar, right? Now, I think that technology can be improved a little bit further, right? What I'd really like to see is a web portal that actually showed me all those data points from my car, and I could actually drill down and look at how it was doing historically, stuff like that. Wouldn't that be fantastic, right? Well, guess what? We do that for your computer, right? So I think that kind of thing would come for the car eventually, right? It's important, and why is that important, that historical information, right? Well, just with your computer and with your car, right? Having information is power. Knowing, or, well, not power, that's the wrong word, but it helps solve the problems, right? If you know what's been going on with a car or a computer or something like that, how it's performed, how it's behaved, stuff like that, then you can fix it, right? And you can get things done. What's troubling sometimes is that when we have problems that are not picked up, right? And just a quick aside here, for anybody running Windows 10, I haven't seen it on any other platform, but it seems that something's going on, and I'm not sure what is really causing the problem, if it's something that's been introduced by Microsoft or if it's just an age of computer things. But I'm seeing a lot of computers out there now that are running sluggish, not running quite well, or having issues and stuff. And through experience here, and I've been applying this to other customers that have the same types of issues, I'm running a check disk with the option /r on the computers. And this seems to be resolving a lot of problems. Frustrating thing for us is that Microsoft doesn't seem to be aware of those way down deep problems on the computer, because they're not reporting it anyway. And I'll be honest, I'm still out looking for how to pick that issue up. Right now I'm relying on customers to tell me that there's that their computer's not just running quite right. So any customers watching, let me know, and we can do that. It doesn't take long my time. It does take long for the process to run, but I think it's well worth a good start. And we've added this now to our yearly maintenance schedule for all our customers. So that's something there. Anybody get any wind of more information on that, let me know. But it's an issue. So back to cell phones a little bit, or smartphones. Kind of cool. Those of you that know me and do business with me know that I often say, if I'm in my office, email me is better than call, which sounds kind of funny, right? Why can't you call? Well, unfortunately, where we are, as you can see, we're out in the country, and cell phone services just it doesn't quite get the phone, so it's kind of hit and miss, right? So most often when people call me, they used to get voicemail, right? Well, my new LG 6 phone has a feature that's supported by Virgin Mobile, or carrier, and where I can tell it, hey, if I'm not getting a cell phone signal but I have a Wi-Fi signal, then run my phone services, so voice and text, through the Wi-Fi network. So basically voice over IP. Wow. So fantastic. So I've been using this. I've set this up now for 3 or 4 days, and had people call me. I've called people. Totally flawless. It just works, right? So that's fantastic. So those customers out there that I've said email me instead of call, right? Now you can do whatever you want. Whatever works for you. Call, email, text, it will all work, right? So that's kind of exciting. It was kind of a nice feature. We were looking at many different ways to resolve this problem here, because doing what we do, it's very important to get a hold of somebody and get a hold of somebody in real time. But I'm happy to report that problem has been solved with very little expense. Just simply a new phone with new features. So that's kind of cool. I like that very much. So let's wrap things off with getting rid of worry. I think that I run into customers sometimes that don't see value and stuff, and we can't be a service for everybody. That's just the way it goes, right? But on the other side, the customers that we have strong relationships with, the overall underwriting thing that is always there is that they can run their business, they can carry on their personal lives, and they can use their car just like they would they can use their computer just like they would drive their car, right? You jump in your car, it gets you to point A and B, no problem. You have an issue, take it to the mechanic. Well, your computer's no different, right? You fire it up in the morning, you do your things, you do your work, you store your pictures, you write emails, all that stuff, right? Always works, right? You don't have to worry. If you subscribe to our service, right? If you have a question or a problem, or you don't know how to do something or so, we're just an appointment away, right? It's just easy, right? You don't have to worry about all these things or spend hours trying to figure out stuff, right? Chances are we know the answer already, and we'll listen and customize something that works for you so that you can do what you need to do. So that's what we do. Anyway, I don't want to make these videos too long, so I'm going to cut it short today. Well, not short. I think I don't know. I don't know how long we're talking for. Anyway, this is, again, I'll just reiterate, comments or anything like that, questions or whatnot, then let us know. If you're interested in becoming a customer, that's fine. We have very open and very customizable solution. So we will work with you and support you in the way that you need to be supported, whether you're a business or a residential client. It doesn't matter to us. We're very adaptable and we can work with you. Okay? So that's it for today. We'll see you next Saturday at 10 in the morning Eastern. And it's getting warmer out, thank God. All right. Talk to y'all later. Bye.